Classicism with a pastry cutter. 25 years later, a lot of Southern Californian universities were going to look just like this. Mussolini didn't like the style just because he was a bully and a braggart. He liked it because he had a jackboot in either camp, one in the myth of ancient Rome and the other one in the vision of a technocratic future. So this kind of architecture seemed just right to him, as it did to many an American corporate president and university regent after the war, like the Lincoln Center in New York. All the ingredients of an architecture of state power, as imagined by the totalitarian planners of our century, are also present in what used in the 50s to be called the architecture of democracy. What grandeur came down to was history without the trim. Not direct revival, certainly not ironic parody, but solemn parody. High-minded kitsch, the architectural equivalent of the world's 100 greatest books bound in hand-tooled naugahyde. 1950s television set renaissance. Or like the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington. This was the international power style of the 50s and 60s, as Art Deco had been to the 30s. Scaleless, opaque, and its metaphors running slightly out of control. This is the scariest new monument that I know, Albany Mall, the seat of government of New York State. It was designed for one purpose and it does it very well. It expresses the centralization of power. And I don't imagine there's a single citizen who's ever wandered on this plaza and felt the slightest connection with the bureaucrats who live in their towers up there. The place would make Albert Speer seem delicate. Utter simplicity of meaning, no ambiguities. And what comes out is not the difference between America and Russia, but the similarities between the corporate and the bureaucratic states of mind. Any one of those buildings there you can imagine with an eagle on top, or a swastika, or a hammer and sickle. It makes very little difference to the buildings.